Touching the Earth by Athena Steen and Josh Sarantitis will be located at a New View Camden site number 4 at 5th and Erie Streets. This public art project will feature clay and earth installations constructed in collaboration with Camden residents. Follow the directions to create homemade air-dry clay. You can make ornaments for any holiday or make everyday decorations or artworks, including small sculptures. To make the clay, you'll need 1 cup baking soda, 1/2 cup cornstarch, 3/4 cup water. Ask for an adult's help with this next step. Mix ingredients in a pot over low heat, stirring for several minutes. If you prefer a no-heat clay recipe, try looking up a recipe for salt clay. You'll know it's ready when it has the consistency of mashed potatoes. Take off heat. When it cools down, spoon out and wrap in a damp dishcloth. Let it cool completely. Next, you'll need to gather cookie cutters and a rolling pin. Use a can if you don't have a rolling pin. When it's completely cool, knead the clay into a ball. If you don't have cookie cutters, you can cut out simple shapes like diamonds or circles with a plastic butter knife. Or you can mold the clay into small sculptures. Roll it out as you would cookie dough. It should be about 1/4 inch thick. Don't roll it out too thin or your clay will become too fragile. Press shapes into the clay using cookie cutters or shapes using your butter knife. It's best to use shapes that don't have too many thin sections or they may break. If the surface is too sticky, sprinkle down a little cornstarch. You can get about 12 ornaments from this batch. Lay out the shapes to dry. If you find they are sticking to the surface, use a spatula. If your clay cutouts will become ornaments, now's the time to press holes in the ornaments while they're still wet. I used a small dowel, but you can use a pencil. Make certain not to make the hole too close to the edge of the ornament or it may later break. Let them dry overnight or even up to 24 hours. The more dry they become, the less likely they are to crumble. Once your ornaments are dry, thread ribbon, string, or fishing line through the hole and tie. You can also embellish with sequins, ribbons, or jewels, attaching with glue. You can paint your ornaments with acrylic paint or even watercolor. The tree shown here has watercolor paint, and then after that dries, pastel for the snow effects. Just don't get the ornaments too wet or they may crumble. Now your ornaments are ready for hanging. Here are some more examples. A few extra helpful tips for success. Once the clay is dry, you can coat it with a light coat of glue or clear acrylic to strengthen the clay. If a piece does break off, you can repair it with glue and let it dry. More ideas for your air dry clay. You can make refrigerator magnets, gift wrap tags, small sculptures, or use it for school projects such as dioramas. Be creative and have fun.